Good morning, everybody. I'm so happy to bring to you today Virtual Sunday School. My name's Julie. I'm Child, Youth, and Family Minister right here at Temple Lutheran Church. As we're transitioning into Sunday School today, I have a little song that I'd like to sing for you, and I would love for you to sing with me. So I'll sing a line, and I'll take a pause after so that you can sing with me, and we'll get going. It goes to the tune of Mary Had a Little Lamb and goes like this. Jesus opens eyes to see, eyes to see, eyes to see. Jesus opens eyes to see. Tell us what you see. When I say, tell me what you see, shout out what you're looking at. We'll do a few rounds of it and I'll try and do it with you. So I'll shout out something that I'm seeing right here out on my deck. All right, are we ready? Jesus opens eyes to see. Eyes to see, eyes to see. Jesus opens eyes to see. Tell me what you see. Now shout it out. I see the back of my car right now parked in the driveway. All right, let's do another round, and this time just go ahead and sing along with me, okay? Jesus opens eyes to see, eyes to see, eyes to see. Jesus opens eyes to see. Tell us what you see. What do you see? Awesome. I see the leaves that have scattered all along the deck, and the pollen. That's also out here too. We'll do it one more time. Ready? Jesus opens eyes to see, eyes to see, eyes to see. Jesus opens eyes to see. Tell us what you see. Last time, what do you see? Awesome. Let's see. I see a ladybug has just flown right next to me. How cool is that? Now hold out your hands and follow what I say with this little rhyme. Okay, you ready? Spirit fingers ready? Here we go. Open them, close them, give a little clap. Open them, close them, put them in your lap. One more time. Ready? Open them, close them, give a little clap. Open them, close them, put them in your lap. All right, and now this time we're going to do it with our eyes. All right, are you eyes ready? Get them all stretched out. Look around, look down to the right and left. All right, ready? Here we go. Close them, open them, point at what you see. Close them, open them, all eyes on me. Awesome. So before we get going into reading our story, I have a little game for you guys. Are you ready for this? Hope you are. Okay, so you can see here that I have lots of items scattered out. I want you to take a second, open your eyes really wide, and look at what we have. So we have sunscreen, we have some tissues, we have a spool of thread, we have a quarter, we have some cream, we have some chapstick, and we have a cross, and we have a Bible, okay? So take a look at what you see. I'm going to ask you to close your eyes. I'm going to remove one of the items. I want you to try and figure out which one I removed. Okay, you ready? Close your eyes. All right, and open them. Which one's gone? The Bible, that's right. Great job. Alrighty, so I'm going to put the Bible back. We're going to do this 2 more times, okay? So close your eyes. And here we go. All right, go ahead and open them. What's missing now? The quarter. Great job. Here it is, right in my hand. All right, one more time. You guys are really great at this. So close your eyes. And open them. What's missing now? The tissues. Great job. Wasn't that fun? You guys did great opening your eyes to see what was missing. That was a fun little game. We really had to use our eyes to see what was missing. And Jesus helps us open our eyes so that we can see all that is around us. So one of our items was the chapstick. Do you remember what color it was? Purple. That's right. During this time in the church year, Lent, we walk on a road with Jesus. Jesus walks with us. He shows us where to go and how to live. Purple is the color that kings wore in the Bible. During Lent, we're walking on a road with our King, Jesus. Today in class, we're going to walk with Jesus to another place that starts with P. It's a pool, but not a swimming pool. You'll have to listen to find out what kind of pool it is. If you have a body of water near you, I really encourage you to visit it after our story. It could be a creek or a pond or a lake, anything you wish, and especially if it's a nice day, it's nice to get out of the house. For now, imagine that there is a pool of water in front of you. Welcome to the pool of Siloam. Siloam is the name of our pool. Let's say it together. Siloam. Siloam. We're going to read a story about a man who splashed in the pool of Siloam to get some mud off of his face. But it wasn't any ordinary mud, it was special mud. Let's read our story together to find out what happened. This is a great story to act out, so if there's anyone with you, we can put on a little play. Someone will be Jesus, and someone will be the blind man, and anyone else can be any of the other people in the story. Whenever I say something that Jesus says, whoever is playing Jesus will repeat those lines, so I'll be sure to pause after them. Whenever I say something that the blind man says, whoever is playing the blind man will repeat those lines. Are you ready? Let's go. Now, unfortunately, I don't have a Spark Bible with me, but Miss Jean, being the amazing teacher that she is, had one with her, and so she sent me pictures of the story so that I could read it to you today. So, do you have your parts are laid out? Getting ready, just pulling it up. All right, are you ready? Let's go. Jesus met a blind man on the road. He told the blind man, "I'm Jesus. Some people call me the light of the world. I'll bring light to you for the first time by helping you see." "No, Jesus," other people said. "This man must have done something wrong or he wouldn't be blind." But Jesus knew the people were wrong. Jesus knew just what to do to heal the blind man. First, he took some dirt from the ground and added some of his own spit. He mixed it until he made mud. Finally, he pressed the mud over the blind man's eyes. Jesus told the man to go and wash his eyes in the pool of Siloam. Splash, splash! The blind man washed the mud off of his eyes. The very first thing the man saw was water. The second thing he saw was his face in the water. The blind man remembered Jesus' words, "I'll give you light." Many people were shocked by what Jesus did. Some people were mad because Jesus could do what they could not do. So they asked the man who used to be blind many questions. "How can you see?" they asked him. "Jesus made me see," he said. "That's not true," they replied. "Yes, it is. Jesus is a holy man," he said. "Really?" "Really, Jesus could heal you too." Some people were afraid that Jesus could heal people. They closed their eyes and didn't want to see any more about Jesus. "Go away," they said to the man who could now see. He went away. Jesus heard about what happened and went to find the man. When Jesus found him, Jesus didn't tell the man to go away. Jesus stayed with him. The man believed Jesus was the light of the world. Wow, you guys did so great acting that out. Wasn't that fun? Now I have some questions for you. What did Jesus put on the blind man's eyes? Mud, that's right. What did he make it with? His own spit, right? Ugh. Why were some of the people mad when Jesus made the man see? That's right, because Jesus could do something that they couldn't do. So now, what's the first thing you would do if you were the blind man and Jesus healed you? I would say, I don't know, I think I would probably go and look at myself as well if I couldn't have seen myself or my loved ones, the area where I live in. There's so many things that I would want to see, and I'm sure there's so many things that you would want to see too. But because the blind man could now see, he could now experience physical light, which is pretty neat. Jesus made mud and placed the mud on the blind man's eyes as the first step to helping the blind man see. Today we're going to make something out of mud. If you have clay or Play-Doh, that might work a little better, but you can also get yourself some good old mud like I have here. To make mud, you might want to put on some older clothes first, so go ahead and do that and just pause the video if you want to go change. But then find some dirt outside like this, and then mine's pretty wet because it just rained, but if yours is kind of dry, you can take some water, put it into it, and then just kind of mix it around. But be careful though, as too much water will make it too liquidy. You also might want a paper clip to help with the later part of the process. So once you have the paper clip, if you choose to have that, you can straighten it out, or maybe with the help of an older friend, they can help you straighten it out. But the unbent paper clip will be one of the tools for working with the mud. I have with me a stick, so you can also choose to use a natural material if you would like, but this is just what I found laying around because I'm outside in nature. So now let's take the mud or clay, as you see here. We're going to make the blind man's face after Jesus healed him. So I want you to think about how he felt. Happy or surprised or really thankful. What would his eyes look like? What would his nose look like? What would his mouth look like? Would he have a big smile? Try and think about all these things. So I want you to take a big piece of the mud or the clay or the Play-Doh or whatever you're using. I'm going to put it on my lap and make a ball with it. So it's going to be pretty interesting as I'm not doing it on a flat surface and there's a bunch of fun things in it. But I just want you to take it and make a ball kind of like so. Here we go. Here's the ball. And then after you make the ball, you want to make a big flat pancake. So I'm just taking my two hands and squeezing it down so it's a little bit more flat so I can use it as a surface to draw the blind man's face on. So now using your paper clip or your stick or anything that's pointed that you can draw with, go ahead and draw what you think the blind man's face would look like. So once you have your big round pancake, you can draw whatever you want on the blind man. You can give him hair, you can give him a nose, eyes, like I said, mouth, ears, anything that you want. As you see here, I have my blind man who has two eyes, and I tried to do like surprised eyebrows and like a really big smile. I'm not sure how well you can see this because it's mud and there's like a bunch of other like things in it because it's mud from the ground. But hopefully your blind man looks super happy, thankful, surprised as well. But you know what? We keep referring to this man as the blind man. Our Bible story never tells us the name of the man who was healed. Why don't you give your blind man a name? When you show your family and your friends your clay face or your mud face or whatever you made it out of, you can tell them the Bible story and use the name you have chosen. As you think of your man, remember that Jesus' love lights up our lives. I would also love to see your blind mans and what you've named them. So if you want to send me a picture via email or text me a picture, if you want to put it down below in the comments, that would be awesome. I'm sure all of our blind mans would like to be friends with each other. So as we have now learned, Jesus healed a blind man with mud and spit. And as a closing blessing, I want you to take some of your leftover mud, or if you didn't use mud for your blind man, go out and find some mud. And again, mix it with a little bit of water so it's not like too muddy, but it's muddy enough. And probably don't use spit like Jesus did in the story. Let's just use water. With the members of your family, I want you to draw a cross on the forehead of one of your loved ones and say, "You are a child of God." So I'm going to try and take some of my mud here. That's not too liquidy. I need to add a little bit so that it'll maybe stick on my forehead. So it's going to look like this. You're going to go, you are a child of God. Awesome. We learned today about Jesus and a blind man at the pool of Siloam. Can you say it? Siloam. Jesus gave the man 2 gifts. First, Jesus told the man that he would give him light. Then Jesus gave the man sight. Light and sight. We learned that Jesus gives us light too. Jesus' love lights up our lives. Today we heard, Jesus' love lights up my life. Let's say it together. Jesus' love lights up my life. All right, so let's sing our closing prayer as a group, just like we would if we were back in the Sunday school room, right at church. So we'll sing it to the tune of Row, Row, Row Your Boat. Do you know that one? I'll sing a line and you sing it back to me. We'll sing the prayer line by line, then we'll put the 4 lines together and sing the whole prayer at once. All right, you ready? Splash, splash, splash your eyes. Jesus told his friend, you will see me, I'm the light. God bless you, amen. Awesome! Are you ready to sing it all together all at once? Here we go. Splash, splash, splash your eyes. Jesus told his friend, you will see me, I'm the light. God bless you, amen. Awesome. Thank you so much for tuning in to Sunday School this week. It was so great to have a little bit of time with you guys. Perhaps with your parents' permission and your old clothes on, maybe you can have a little bit more fun with the mud, having a mud fight, or just playing in it. Whatever you want to do to try and get outside today, I really encourage you to try and do that. I'll see you next week for Sunday School, and feel free to communicate with me anytime. If you need my email or my phone number, just let me know either down in the comments, or you can email the church and they'll be able to get that to you. Or if you know someone that already has my contact, feel free to reach out to them so that they can give you my contact information as well. Happy Sunday. I hope you have a great rest of your day. And remember your mudman throughout the week. All right, catch you then.